The Kyle Shanahan Show, only from the Bone.
And I got to tell you, I am loving the vibe of this week's show with the coach, because the last time we talked to him, he was coming off of a loss. And
yeah, I think that was the Philadelphia loss, and right before the loss to Miami, they had those back-to-back losses.
Right.
So they righted the ship a little bit last weekend on the Sunday night game with that big win over the Rams at Levi's. Mm-hmm. And this weekend, they're in New England Sunday, taking on the Patriots. And this is no easy task because the Patriots have lost back-to-back games.
Oh.
How often does that happen? Especially under Belichick.
That's right. So do we have the coach with us right now? Because we're trying something new this week. And I'm not so sure. I don't see Baby Huey there to give me a thumbs up at all, to give me a confirmation.
Yeah, with some things going down at the facility as they get ready to start their Friday.
Yep.
But you know what's interesting going into this game is, I guess, Kyle Shanahan and his dad, Mike Shanahan, who was coach of the Broncos, and I guess they have a long family history with Belichick.
Really?
Yeah. I guess it goes back to when Belichick and Mike Shanahan were coordinators going against each other. And then as head coaches in the early 2000s when Shanahan was at Denver and Belichick, of course, with the Patriots.
Is that right?
Yeah, so I guess
who knew?
A lot of off-season stuff where they talk and kind of compare notes. And I don't know. That's one of the things I was kind of curious about asking Kyle.
Well, now that I know that, I've got a great question for the coach. I mean, Coach, are you there? Are we having technical difficulties
I think we are.
here?
Slight technical difficulties.
What the hell? I mean, I've looked forward to this the whole week.
Are you kidding? It's the highlight of the week, along with McGlinchey.
Well, yeah. I was going to ask him about McGlinchey's headbutting, too.
I was hoping you would.
Well, even McGlinchey says he's lucky he didn't get concussed. Excuse me.
Thank you. You scared the hell out of the censor. When you start the word concussion, can you please finish it, Paul?
I had a small heart attack there.
So, we'll have to ask him about that.
Right.
Make sure McGlinchey's ready to go on
All
Sunday.
right.
I think he's there now.
Coach, I hear you shuffling around there. How are you today?
Get the headphones on.
Getting the headphones and the microphone
place.
set, I guess.
You guys looking for me?
Yeah, we were looking for you.
On.
How are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. So Paul and I were talking, and I had no idea that there was such a relationship between you and Belichick going way back. Is that right?
I mean, I don't know. My dad and him had a pretty good relationship because they had some good competition over the years.
Yeah.
You know, I never really got him. I never met him or anything during that. But I remember my dad and him having a playoff game. I think it was like 2008 or 9.
Yeah.
It was the one that Denver beat the Patriots. It was the one that Ben Watson had the 99-yard return.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Champ Bailey had the 99-yard return, and Ben Watson caught him. I remember after the game, sitting in the locker room, my dad celebrating, and Belichick just came over to talk ball with him, which you could see how cool he was. I got kicked out pretty fast, so they just hung out.
Your dad gave you the boot?
Yeah, definitely. Well, he gave me the vibe. And
Vibe. Get the hell out of there. So,
but then it was cool, though, because, I mean, after the Super Bowl and stuff, he reached out to me, and we kind of developed a relationship after that.
So would you do something for us then? Like after the game, can you do me a favor and wear like a really beat up sweatshirt the way he does for his press conferences? I mean, the rattiest sweatshirt you have, and do it as a tribute to Belichick?
I mean, I would do it out of respect, but I have too much respect. I don't want to be interpreted as I'm
being a smartass
or anything. Yeah, totally. But I mean, I think it's hilarious, kind of how he wears what he wears, because it's exactly who he is, and he doesn't really give a damn.
Yeah.
So I mean, I respect the hell out of that. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
So after that Super Bowl, when you were the OC for Atlanta, did you reach out to him, or did he contact you to talk about the game?
No, he contacted me, and I mean, it was really cool, and we talked a lot on the phone, and then that kind of led to a little bit of relationship and meeting together when we go to Indy and spending some time together, just talking ball. And he's a fun guy to talk football with, that's for sure.
Hey, I got to ask you something. So, and I was telling Paul going into this, I was looking forward to it because I knew you were going to be in a better mood this week. Because the last time we talked to you, it didn't seem like you were in a great mood. A win will do that, right?
Yeah, a win helps definitely. It puts you. I will say though, the wins put you in a really good mood Sunday night and probably Monday morning. But it ends pretty fast, where the losses linger a lot longer. They linger till the next time you win again. But the wins are really fun that night and the next day with the players. But once you got to start getting to the next game plan, you get over it pretty fast. But losses linger a lot longer, and that's why you got to work harder to fix those.
Hey, McGlinchey's headbutt for me was the highlight of the game when he was excited. Did you save that on video for the team?
Oh yeah, we messed with him. He's a spaz like that, so we always joke around with him when he acts like that. But the way he head-butted Grosso, we're down to our last center. The way he hit him in the head, I was scared that the NFL spotters were going to take him off the field and even go to the tent to check him.
Is everybody okay? Nobody had a concussion or anything like that?
No, but it was worrisome when you watch the video. He headbutted the right guy.
So now you go into New England off of that big win against the Rams. Now everybody's making a big deal about this stretch of games that you have, this like 7-game stretch against some of the teams with the best records in the league. And how are you approaching this as you move forward?
You don't look ahead. Just try to go one game at a time. Just the typical coach stuff you say, but it's the truth. it is a very tough stretch, as tough a stretch as I've been a part of. But if you start to worry about then I look past one game, then you got no chance. The way the Miami game went, and we were so locked in on LA, and that's what led to those results, I believe. And that's why you enjoyed that night, and you enjoyed a little bit more watching the film the next day. But that's why you got to flush that, because you got to get that edge back right away. And in this league, whenever you feel comfortable or good about yourself, that is when you get extremely humbled. So there's a very fine line in feeling good, but also you got to always have that. I always talk about like a fear to fail and things like that, because that's what gets you to work, and you put in the work throughout the week. So when you get to Sunday, there is no fear to fail. But if you're not like that throughout the week, it's easier to put things off and not go through the grind. So I always try to get guys in that state, and by the time you get to Saturday night and stuff, you have that confidence because you've put everything in, and then Sunday you just go out and play.
So how does Jimmy G feel about going against New England? Is this the first time he's played against the Patriots since you picked him up?
Yeah, this is the first time. I think he's fired up. He's got a lot of guys there he's still close with and knows. And I asked him, Sunday how excited he was going back Sunday night. He said he was fired up. He wishes the fans were there, because I know he's got a lot of people out there in Boston and stuff. But he'll go in pumped up like he always is. But it's always a little more special when you're going against people that you know, people that you have spent some time with.
Well, on the bright side, it might have saved him on buying tickets for everyone, right?
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. That is the one benefit of this.
All right, hey Coach, good luck this weekend against New England. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks. Talk to you
Take it
later.
easy.
I love talking to that guy. He's a real cool dude. Kyle Shanahan from the 49ers, our coach. Real good guy.